Hi, so I thought I'd do a video this morning about spiritual awakenings, what they can look like. Basically, I'm going to be talking about my own spiritual thing that I'm going through at the moment, and how sometimes it can just be a bit strange and a bit bonkers. So if that sounds like something of interest, that's amazing. Grab a coffee, pull up a chair, and we'll see how this goes. So basically, in the summer, I started noticing spirit or spiritual energy just suddenly pouring into my crown chakra, and it was sort of out of the blue. I'd just been sitting down listening to spiritual music, and then it was just this electric energy. And the only thing I can liken it to was when some years ago I went to see the Guru Amma in London. And when I went to see Amma, I had no idea what to expect. But as I got up the hill and I got to the building that she was in, I just got hit by a wave of energy. I just got hit by her energy before I even got into the building. And it was huge and it was undeniable. And then when I got in, obviously it, intensified a bit and just sort of basked in her energy for the whole night. And that was some years ago. But yeah, that's what this was like. It was like I was just sitting in my living room and then energy just coming into my crown chakra. And I didn't quite know what was going on at first. It's not unwelcome because I've been on an on-off spiritual journey for some 20 years. I've had all sorts of experiences. Some of them have been absolutely lovely. But it was just out of the blue, I guess. It was just a bit strange. But since then, I've been doing various awakening activations and things like this with light language on YouTube, because there's loads of free resources out there. And again, I'm starting to feel more energy coming in, and it was again last night as well. And it varies. I mean, I seem to be undergoing a midlife crisis anyway, and various sort of menopausal, symptoms, hot flushes, all of that too. So there's just a lot going on in life at the moment. And it's just a bit strange because whatever is happening, and I've been doing my own card readings to see if I can get a bit of a steer, get a bit of a handle on what's going on. And from what I seem to be getting is that the divine feminine energy seems to be coming in and merging with me to some degree. Potentially, And I have no idea what that looks like. I have no idea what the end result of that is. I know how it feels at the moment very often, and it really varies. It really varies day to day. Some days I can just handle, mundane tasks, no problem. Other days I just feel like all of this needs an outlet, and so I get the urge to dance, which I do sometimes, and I get the urge to meditate, or I get the urge to go to the beach at midnight, just slightly bonkers off the wall things. It's like life is pouring into me through my crown chakra, and it's like fire some days as well. And as I say, it ebbs, it flows. It's not a constant, which is good, because otherwise it might be a bit more of a struggle. And it seems to be more pronounced at night as well. Through the day, it's more manageable. But I don't know what this means, so I think I'm probably going to have to look for a spiritual teacher. I've got a couple of people in mind already to just see if I can get a bit of a steer and a bit of a handle on it. I was told something like this would happen about a year ago anyway, or certainly around 6 months ago, and a tarot reader just basically said something along these lines, that I needed to go, my consciousness basically needed to merge with bigger consciousness type of thing. And I had a oneness experience many years ago as well. So I love a bonkers spiritual retreat. I love to feel like I'm merging as much as possible with the divine. And when I'm doing the light language healings, it just feels very, very welcome as well. It's just very welcome. You know, I think my spirit wants this. But as I say, where it goes, I have no idea in terms of the day-to-day or what life's going to look like or anything at all, you know. Some days I just feel like, yeah, maybe I should start looking for a spiritual retreat. That could be a good idea. I haven't been on any kind of retreat for some years either. So yeah, we'll see how this goes, and it could all be to do with general ascension symptoms at the moment anyway, because Mother Earth herself is said to be going through an awakening experience. She's ascending, she's spiritually evolving, you know, and she's going to take us with her as far as I can work out. And that's what the 5D is all about. People talking about the 5D. And there's a spiritual teacher who talks about the 5D in terms of a new operating system for Earth. So we've all been plugged into the 3D, and we can see how that's played out on our planet. You know, we're not that spiritually connected or evolved as a species, and it's hurting us, and we're hurting the planet and animals and each other as a result, really, as far as I can work out. Whereas the 5D is entirely different. The 5D plugs us into a quickening, I suppose, spiritually as well. And I'm noticing faster synchronicities whenever I look into anything spiritual at the moment. So I feel like it's just a much more spiritually supportive, deeper energy for the planet, which is really cool. So it could just be that my symptoms are that. It could just be that I'm just feeling that energy. Or it could be something in addition as well. So I'll have to try and do things that support it as much as possible. So I'll try and get some meditation done today. And I've not actually been able to meditate very successfully for some years either. And I used to meditate. I used to go off and go to a Buddhist meditation once a week. And then I also went on a Vipassana meditation retreat once as well, some years ago. And so I used to be able to meditate. And then over recent years, it's just become much more of a struggle, and I haven't been able to successfully meditate. But I'm going to give it another go today anyway, because I think that'll help support whatever it is I'm doing at the moment. So yeah, it's just a video really. If you're going through anything similar, just know that you're not alone. You know, there's strange energies afoot on the planet anyway, with the 5D coming in. And there's a lot of people, I think, experiencing some weird symptoms this year, and perhaps going deeper into their spiritual journeys. Perhaps spiritual gifts are starting to come in for some people, and they're starting to develop psychic gifts, or light language, or, you know, things like this. It really does seem to be affecting a lot of people as well. So I know I'm not alone. I know there are other people going through similar things too. And so on the one hand, it's exciting because I've been, as I say, I've been wanting more spiritual union for a long, long time. Ever since my spiritual journey began some 20 years ago. I just wanted as much spiritual experience as possible. So this isn't unwelcome, it's just strange, and it might mean that changes may have to be made on the outside in my life. You know, I just don't know. I'll see how it goes. They might not. At the moment, I'm trying to sit with any discomfort that arises as well, because although there's some really lovely spiritual energies coming in, there's also some level of discomfort too. Some days it feels like the energy is too big for my body to contain. Some days I want to express on the outside what I'm feeling on the inside. So I just want to buy a plane ticket and go anywhere. You know, things like this. There's a lot to sit with, I guess. But that's okay. It really is okay. Yeah. So I'm just seeing where this goes. It might not go anywhere. It might just ebb away gently. Or it might lead to, you know, more spiritual insight, or who knows? Who knows truly at the moment. So yeah, if anyone can relate, leave a comment. If anyone's going through anything similar, you're not alone. And I do feel like these are exciting times for our planet. I do. When this first kicked in the summer, I'd just gotten over COVID, so I'd been really, really unwell for a while. And then literally, as I say, just spirit pouring into me. But with that came this profound sense that everything was going to be okay. I felt like everything was fine. Everything was fine. Obviously, on the surface, on this planet, everything is not fine. But I just think that was just spirit coming in to just, just give us that level of reassurance. So although things do not look fine, and they probably won't for a long time on the surface of this planet, because we're playing out old stories. We're playing out old stories of greed and fear and lack and, all the aggression and craziness and war and, all the old stories. All the old stories are still playing out on our planet. And hopefully we can start bringing in a bit more spiritual awareness and start changing up these stories for something a bit more positive and a bit more cooperative rather than aggressive, and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's my video for today. Know that you're not alone if you're going through anything like this. And if you are going through anything like this and you don't quite know what to do, it could be a good idea to seek out a spiritual teacher. And there's a lot out there. There's some good people on YouTube as well, some people who've had near-death experiences and things like this, who are who seem like pretty decent teachers. But I think when it comes to things like that, I think obviously use your common sense, don't drop that entirely, but also I think just lean into your intuition, because if you start noticing synchronicities and things like this, that will probably help guide you towards a particular spiritual teacher as well. So yeah, that's going to do it for today. Hope you're well, hope you're having a good week, and yeah, take care out there, whatever it is that you're going through, and I just wish you well. Take care.